Good morning friends, I am Ausesra. I am teaching economics in Sadhguru Karge Maharaj College, Karak. Last lecture we discussed about features of utility. In last lecture I completed 4 features. Today in this lecture I am going to complete remaining 6 features. Now feature number 5, that is utility differs from pleasure. Point number 5, that is utility differs from pleasure. Utility differs from pleasure. Last lecture we completed 4 points. Now I am going to teach point number 5, that utility differs from pleasure. Here some important point: possesses utility but not pleasure. You might have observed many things where many communities where they have some kind of utility but they don't have any kind of pleasure. I will give you an example, that is about the injection. And tablet. When you go there in dispensary, doctor will ask you whether you want injection or tablets. So 99% people they are prefer tablets instead of injection, because we know that injection it has got utility. Very quickly the patient can get some kind of relief from the pain. But even that in that case we are not interested for injection, because though it has got some kind of utility but it is not a pleasurable thing. Even some small children, if you see the example of small children, they very frightened about the injection. Instead of that injection, they ask doctor that they should give us tablets. Though it will take 2-3 days, it will be okay. But injection, if it is going to cover for only 1 day, even we are not interested to take injection, because it has got utility, but it is not a pleasurable experience to take injection. Okay, we prefer tablet. Same thing that is about bitter gourd, it is Karela. Okay. I have given an example, that is it is bitter gourd, that is about, it is called as in Karela. It has got some kind of importance. The sugar patient, it is very good for sugar patient, but you know the taste of this is it's not pleasurable. It is the people they are not going to prefer Karela, though they know that about it is very good for sugar patient. So it has got some kind of utility, but it is not a pleasurable thing. It is, that's why it is called as utility differs from pleasure. Point number 5. Again, point number 6, that is utility differs from satisfaction. Point number 6, utility differs from satisfaction. It differs from satisfaction. Again, here some points are there. With the help of some points I am going to explain this point. Utility differs from pleasure. Utility cause of consumption and satisfaction is the end result. Again, it is interrelated. But different concept. Different concept. Example: 30% thirsty person drinks to satisfy thirst. Drink to satisfy thirst. Utility is the cause of consumption. Cause of consumption. See here, utility differs from satisfaction. Satisfaction is different thing and utility is a different thing. That is, though it is interrelated, but both things are very different. For example, suppose here utility is the cause of consumption. Utility is the cause of consumption and satisfaction is the end result. Suppose if I am very thirsty, when I drink one glass of water, second glass of water, I feel that is now I am satisfied. There is no thirst. So satisfaction is the feeling. Here it is cause of consumption. When I am thirsty, I definitely want one glass of water. If thirst is there, I want water. That time you cannot say that if you are thirsty, you take food. So it is no use. If you are thirsty, you definitely at that time you want some kind of drink. It may be water or cold drink, anything else. So water or cold drink, it can be satisfy your thirst, or it can be very good for your thirst. Food is not good that time. So utility differs from satisfaction. These things are very different. That is, utility of water is cause of consumption and the satisfaction derived from it is the end result of that thing, satisfaction. So this is point number 6. Utility differs from the satisfaction. Now point number 7, that is about measurement of utility is hypothetical. Measurement of utility is hypothetical. This thing is also very important. Measurement of utility is hypothetical. Point number 7. Measurement of utility is hypothetical. Point number 7. Some important point, that is, utility is abstract concept. Abstract concept. It is abstract concept. Cardinal or number measurement is not possible. Is not possible. Measurement is not possible. Utility can be experiential. It can be experiential. There are either positive, negative, negative or 0. This point is also very important. See, measurement of utility is hypothetical. Utility is an abstract concept. You cannot measure utility in terms of number. For example, suppose if I you, can you count your happiness? That is, I am 1 kilogram happy. Can you say like this? It is not possible. It is a feeling. So you cannot measure in terms of number. The same thing is that utility is an abstract concept. You cannot measure that in terms of number or in terms of cardinal measurement. For example, suppose a thirsty person is there. Suppose if you are in Rajasthan and in the month of May you are there in Rajasthan. So definitely you need every time, after every 1 hour, after every 2 hours, you need some kind of water. So when you get water, your thirst, at the time of thirst, you definitely demand for water. So it is some kind of the water. When you are going to consume water, that time there is some kind of feeling of satisfaction. The same, that is, you cannot measure that satisfaction in terms of number, that I am 1 kilogram happy, I am 2 kilogram happy. So happiness and other things, there it is not possible to measure in terms of number, or cardinal measurement is not possible. It is therefore it is called as measurement of utility is a hypothetical. It is abstract concept. Just you have to feel about that concept. Okay. Point number 7. Point number 8 is utility is a multi-purpose. Point number 8, that is utility is a multi-purpose. Utility is a multi-purpose. This point is also very important. Utility is a multi-purpose. Here you can understand that many things are there having some kind of good uses. For example, with the help of some points I am going to explain this point. Commodity satisfy want more than one person. Also put for several uses. Example, even I will give some example. Example of electricity, or I can give example of milk. Also milk is there. One example of electricity, second example of milk. See here. Now utility is a multi-purpose. For example, commodity which is having satisfy want more than one person. See, with the help of example I will explain this. Suppose electricity is there, so I can use electricity for many purposes. For example, I will run fan, I will use for a refrigerator, for lighting purpose. So electricity is there, but with the help of electricity I can do many functions. So it is multi-purpose. It has got some kind of utility. Electricity has a multi-purpose, and at the same time it can be used by many persons. Suppose here I put one lamp. So here students, they can sit there and they can read. One lamp can give light to this room. There's definitely the students, they can take benefit of that light. So it is multi-purpose. Commodity satisfy want more than one person, and also put for several uses. Now for several uses, you see the example of milk. See, 1 liter of water, it is going to cost 20 rupees, but 1 liter of milk, it is almost 60 rupees. Why the price of milk is high? Here water, it is having some kind of less price compared to milk, because milk, it has got some kind of multi-purpose, that is multi uses are there for milk. For example, you can use milk to making tea, coffee. At the same time it is used for butter. It can be used for to making some kind of curd is there. So this milk can be used for multi-purposes. So it has got some kind of high price compared to water. So the thing which is having multi-purpose uses, it has got some kind of utility. Okay, this point is very important. Point number 8, utility is a multi-purpose. Now point number 9, second last point of this thing. Point number 9, that is about utility depends on the intensity of want. Utility depends upon the intensity of want. Intensity of want depend upon the intensity of want. This word is very important. Intensity. Intensity is very important. Point number 9, that is utility depends upon intensity of want. Here this word is also very important. Some points are there. I am going to write all the points and then I explain. this point, more intense the want greater the utility and urgency declines. Utility also declines or diminishes. For example, I will give an example of a hungry person. Needs food. Not hungry person, not hungry, not demand food, not demand food. Now see this point. Second last point of this. Utility depends upon the intensity of want. How intensely you want that thing. Intensity is very important. For example, more intense the want, greater the utility. Suppose if, again I will give example. Suppose if you are in Rajasthan and you want water, and I am not going to give you water for one day or 2 days. Very intensely you want water. Just I want water. So each and everything that is in your mind, that is about the water. I want water first. So intensity of water is very high at that time, because you are in Rajasthan, very hot conditions are there. So very eagerly you want water. So intensity of water is very high for you. So greater the utility, more intense the want, greater is the utility. And once when I give you water, you take 2 or 3 glasses, and after that you feel some kind of satisfaction. Then your urgency declines. So after that you will not demand for water. Then when urgency is going to decline, utility is also going to decline or diminishes. So this point is very important. Intensity is very important. How eagerly you want that thing. What kind of intensity is there. Okay. Suppose, again I will give an example. Suppose examination is there. So you are going to appear for 12 examination, and then in the month of February you are going to give examination. At that time you want good pen for writing. So intensity of pain is very high at that time, at the time of your examination. Once the examination is over, in the month of April or May, you are not going to use pain. So intensity of pain is not there in the month of April or in the month of May. So urgency declines, definitely it is also going to diminishes. This is point number 9. Utility depends upon the intensity of want. And last point, that is about the utility is the basis of demand. Utility is the basis of demand. Last point, point number 10. Last point of this feature, utility is the basis of demand. This last point, which is very important. Utility is the basis of demand. This one is very important, demand. Okay, with the help of some points I am going to write all the things. Person demand, commodity. Person demand commodity, only it gives utility. Only which gives utility. For example, I will give an example, that is patient needs medicines or sick person, patient or a sick person. Again, one example, second example, I will tell you same example, that is students. They demand for pen, notebook, pen or notebook. See, it is the basis of demand. Why I am going to have some kind of demand? Suppose I am going to appear for examination. Without pen I cannot give or I cannot write answer. So I want pen at that time. So I am going to demand for pen because it has got some kind of utility. Because I am going to write the paper, it is important for me to have pen with me. Without pen I am not going to write the paper. So I will demand for the pen. So utility is the basis of demand. Demand is there, that is the basis. If demand is not there, the person it is no use. We are not going to demand something. If it has got utility, it's only because demand is there. Or you can say that I am going to demand something because it has got some kind of utility. I have given an example. Suppose the patient is there. Person demand commodity only which gives utility. The thing which had not any kind of utility, we are not going to demand that thing. I have given an example. For example, patient or a sick person is interested for medicine because he or she knows that if he is not going to take some tablets or injection, he will not cure. So he will demand for medicines. Patient or sick person will demand for medicine. Medicine, it has got some kind of utility. The second example is students. They will demand for pen or notebook because pen is very important for student. Notebook is very important for student. They are going to write with the help of pen in their notebook. Important notes will be there. So it is called as utility is the basis of demand. Okay. These 10 points are very important. I explain each and every point in detail. Utility is the basis of demand. Last point. Okay. Now we are going to start with types of utility. This point is also very important. Types of utility. Types of utility. Types of utility. Types of utility. See, there are 6 important points. I will write one by one. Types of utility. We will have one kind of question for these types of what do you mean by utility and what are the types of utility. Okay, so prepare this question very in good manner. Types of utility. Now, first point, it is about the form utility. Form utility. Point number 2, that is about place utility. Place utility. Point number 3, that is about service utility. Service utility. Point number 4, that is about knowledge utility. Knowledge utility. Point number 5, that is about possession utility. Possession utility. And last point, point number 6, that is about the time utility. Form utility, second place utility, service utility, 4 number knowledge utility, point number 5 possession utility, and point number 6 the utility, time utility. So in the next lecture I will explain all these points one by one. I hope you understand all these points. Thank you very much.